feisty co-host. I am the other co-host or host, Hector. I'm not so feisty.
You're more buzzsaw-ish, right?
Today, we're gonna hop into a couple of videos I want to get Angela's take on, and we'll talk about them and just kind of take the conversation down the road that we see fit. So, without further ado, the first one is loading right now, and here we go. Let's hop into this.
Who do you guys think is a bigger threat, Trump girl or Mom Donnie?
Probably Trump girl.
Yeah, why?
Because she stands for all that Trump stuff.
What's all that?
All that yucky, scary, yucky, racist Trump stuff.
Okay, and what do you like about this dude?
You know, he stands for the opposite, at least based on what I've heard.
He definitely does. One stands for capitalism, free markets, less government, and the other one stands for socialism, more government.
Down, yeah, for sure.
So you like socialism?
Yeah.
All right. Where has socialism worked?
I just put together what's going on.
What's going on?
No, I got it.
We're making a video. Where has socialism worked well?
Honestly, I don't know enough to be able to answer that question, but
What about Venezuela? How are they doing?
I can't say that I've read much about Venezuela recently. Yeah.
Cuba?
Who do you think is more for gay people? His supporters or Trump supporters?
Definitely the Mondani supporters.
He came out in support of LGBT people, but his supporters tried to cancel him for that. Did you know that?
Certainly not me, and I'm one of him. I'm all for Mondani.
What's your favorite policy of his?
I don't know enough.
But you're a supporter and you don't know his policies?
I'm just a sort of a general, go-getter.
What if he just supported, getting rid of all gay people and you didn't know that?
Well, that'd be crazy, but I would probably hear about that one. But I appreciate you guys.
Would you support him then?
No, I would.
He is a Muslim. You guys just keep saying that.
Do you support him? Yes. Why?
I don't know.
Because I don't know. I was told to.
It goes along with that. What the hell's her name? That loudmouth. One of the loudmouths. Crockett. His eyelashes. And her police aren't there to prevent crime. And just because you commit a crime doesn't mean you're a criminal. Comments. Of course they're going to vote for people like that. These uneducated, ignorant people who want to keep their head in the sand and are, glued to CNN when they get their news, or the, Instagram or TikTok or wherever, Twitch, whatever.
Or they just don't get their news. Or
they don't. Yeah. And they don't get factual news. They get news that makes them, we talked about this before, it backs up what they want to believe, what they want to be true. Oh, Trump is bad. Why? Trump girl is bad. Why? Because she supports all that Trump stuff and it's bad and it's racist and blah, blah, blah. Well, why do you support this guy? Well, because he's the opposite of that. Well, what are his policies? I don't know.
But they're not what Trump is. So
it's all about
they're good.
What the hell are they going to do when the next election, when he can't run? Wait, he's going to end all elections before then, right?
Yeah, he's going to just be a king and reign until
Hail Caesar.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to sum these people up and actually explain what they're thinking, because I don't think they know what the hell they're thinking. I don't think they're thinking.
It depends. It depends on what the topic is, who they're talking with, and when their words are brought back to them, and facts are brought or facts are brought to them. We're ists, we're phobes.
I have one more video here, and then I do want to get into a topic of something that happened today.
Rights. We can't be passive right now. So nobody over there should take anything we say like so personally as if we're attacking them. No, we're attacking a process, not.
I like how she was about to say no one over there should take anything we say seriously.
Yeah.
And then she caught herself and was like, yeah, nobody takes anything you say serious. You're okay there. We agree on that. We can agree with her on that one, which is probably the first time I've ever agreed with this thing.
We're not attacking people here. And I think it's really important. We need to stand up against this fascist takeover. That's not a bad word. It's a fact. And here in D.C. and across the country, it is so incredibly important, Mr. Chair, that this committee does not allow rhetoric that defames or paints Washington, D.C. in a way that you all haven't really truly seen. You're just.
So she just called them fascists, but says that it's important that we don't let this rhetoric in here that paints D.C. in a bad picture.
Right.
This was during today's hearing with Bowser. Is it Bowser? Yeah, Bowser, right? Mayor Bowser.
Mayor.
And a couple of other folks that were there, and they were talking about DC crime and all this kind of stuff and how it's gone down. She wanted to take credit for it, but it is what it is. I mean, at least it's going down, you know.
And before, she said, "I don't want federal help. I don't Trump bad. Orange man bad," because those were the push points that the liberal dipshits, Democrats, dipshits, all pushed. We need to keep pushing this. It's bad. Don't have anything he touches is evil and bad. And then once the feds got in there and crime started going down, and they realized, and people were saying, "Thank you for coming and helping clean up this city." And then she went, "Oh, President Trump, I want to thank you. I want to thank the feds for coming in. We really appreciate it." And then now she's taking credit for it, which honestly, I don't care. I'm like you. I don't care. Let her. The facts are, of course, they don't believe in facts. The facts are it was a crime-ridden shithole, and the feds came in, helped clean it up. Crime went down. Those are facts.
Let's finish this off listening to this bloviating cow.
See, in a way that you all haven't really truly seen. You're just reading it. No, you're just reading it or something off of some.
Will the gentlelady yield to a question?
Yeah, I think it's really important.
Will the gentlelady yield?
No, I don't yield. I don't even have time. I can tell you.
Your time's expired.
It is expired, but
Mr.
Mr. Chair, but you all live here, and you're not telling people the beautiful parts that you do see in our nation's capital. And no, it's just wrong how we're doing it.
Chairman, I think it's insane if the gentlelady doesn't have an argument, but she's going to refer to me and some of my colleagues.
Mr. Donald.
Sorry, what?
She has no time. She won't yield. That's not fascism. Talking over people and refusing and taking control and not letting anybody else talk. That's not fascism, is it?
You're from the Third Reich. This is insane.
You're going to look at 14, 15-year-olds as a bunch of criminals?
It's insane.
You're going to look at 14 and 15-year-olds as a bunch of criminals. If they are, if they've committed a crime, yes, they are a criminal. I don't care if they're 10, 11, 12, or 95 or 96. You commit a crime, you are a criminal.
No, not according to Jasmine Eyelash Crockett. Just because you commit a crime doesn't make you a criminal. Criminal is a mindset. Isn't it? Wasn't that one dude or toaster or whatever it identifies as saying if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's a duck?
Yes.
You commit a crime,
and get caught,
you're a duck.
And convicted,
you're a duck.
But you're not a criminal.
Full of ducks.
It's
14,
insane.
15-year-olds as
It's
a bunch of
insane.
criminals?
It's insane.
Oh,
Do I look like a
please.
member of the Third Reich to you, Miss
Please,
Tlaib?
please,
Is that what I look like to
please.
you?
You're the one taking your voting
Is that what
card,
you think?
giving it
Is that
to
what you
somebody,
think?
giving
Is that
your
what you
card.
think?
No, that's unethical.
I think it's radical and I think
should-
it's
no,
insane.
you
And
should
I'll
be held
respect everything that you say.
accountable. Before
But to
open your
say
mouth,
something like
you
that
should be
to
held
myself and all of my colleagues is way out of line.
I'm not the
It's
one
way out of
giving my
line.
voting
It's
card
way out of
to
line.
someone
Regular
to
order,
go
Mr.
vote.
Way out of
You
line.
don't vote.
Regular order.
That's okay. But it's okay,
No,
right?
That is not how it
It's
goes.
okay, right?
You hold yourself accountable before you talk about
Hold
Washington,
myself
D.C.
accountable.
Mr. Lee.
Washington, D.C.
Hold your
out
own
of your
self
mouth.
accountable. How
Keep
about
it out of
that?
your mouth.
Hold your own
I'm
self
trying,
accountable.
Mr.
How about that?
Free D.C. and make sure you
All right.
vote with your own voting card. Don't be giving it to somebody
Mr.
else.
Maybe women shouldn't be in government,
That
or at least that one.
that is our government at work.
It's what they do.
That is, and between the two of them, and I'm not saying either of them were right. That's about $300,000 a year right there at work between those two.
Yeah, yeah. That from taxpayers
On top of
on top
healthcare
of the investments
and security, et cetera, that's $300,000+ a year right there, just screaming at each other like petulant children. And
what's that word, petulant.
I thought you were going to say screaming. Yeah, it's there's no words for their behavior, and it always seems to be the same big name people: Tlaib, Crockett, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I think Boebert's quieted down a lot since Matt Gaetz left.
Thank goodness. Her and Green.
No, Greene is still a loudmouth. Like, she was at it today. Just, of course, your usuals, Pelosi, Schumers, and yeah, and they're just as bad on the right. The big names that are typical,
Ones that just want to get up there and see their faces on
And-
TV.
and try to get their 5 minutes of TV time. Yep.
I'm not endorsing this. I'm just drinking.
It's getting, in my opinion, behavior like that. There's no place for it.
There isn't.
Have some civility.
Accomplishes nothing. It makes them look childish.
And I blame the chairperson there for not keeping order in that meeting.
They've got a sergeant of the guard. Drag them out by their weave. Throw them away. Throw them out.
But yeah, this is, in my opinion, this is something that has to stop if we're going to bring the country together and work for the people and work to better everyone's life, to make sure that
Here's a question. To be president of the United States, you have to be born an American citizen. Do you think that should be for every federally elected official? And or state official or county?
No, only because I think, it's, if you have a big population of XYZ from wherever, right? They all move into an area. Become citizens, go through the process. They should have representation as well. If there's a big enough population that elects somebody that's like them, they should be allowed to, in my opinion.
Well, they'd have representation.
Well, that is like them, and this is that represents
Like
them.
One of them is
Yes.
one of them.
But I think that I don't think it's not a race thing. It's not a like foreign issue or anything. It's literally just a human to human, like, have some decency, have some respect for the institution, have some respect for the house that you're in or the building that you're in, have the people who have been in there before you, could you imagine this type of stuff? And I get it, there have been issues in the past, but this seems like it's every single session, every single day with the
Yeah.
same people over and over. I get it. In the past, a congressperson has gotten up and shot another one. It happens, but um I don't think
Well, you remember in
I'm not
that
I'm not
movie?
calling for that, by the way. Just
Yeah.
before I get fired from here, I'm not calling for that. Just stating a fact.
Do you remember when you watched intently that movie, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington?
Amazing movie. Highly recommended.
That stuff, I'll say it again, has been going on since politics has been around, and I don't like it. It's ugly, but it's evidently it's part of the system. And I don't like it. I don't like seeing it. I don't like hearing it. I think it's like you said. That's $300,000 down the tubes right there.
I think that whenever they started talking about this cleanup in DC and the crime and everything else, they should have started in the Capitol.
Drain the swamp.
Start there, and there's enough
swamp.
crime. There's enough crime in that one building that would bring that crime rate, and it's in the building as a whole, that would bring the crime rate down exponentially in that city. But those are crimes that aren't they're not reported. So, but yeah, it's I don't know. I don't have words for their behavior.
Horrible.
It's a waste of money, $300,000 down the drain to hear a grown man and grown woman screaming at each other. Well, if she is a woman and he's a man, whatever they identify as today, it's sickening.
It is. It is. I think that I don't know about whether I'm undecided on whether you should be an American citizen, born an American citizen, to be an elected member of the federal government, state government, county, whatever, city. I don't recall. There's always been dissent. I mean, there's always dissenters. I mean, hell, on the day after Pearl Harbor, when we declared war, there was someone who said no, we shouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy from Maine. But the stuff I've seen going on between these, or from these, the squad people, Omar, that one there, they do. I mean, the Omar, Ilian Omar, she even said, "I'm a Somalian first. I'm here for Somalia." While in the United States, speaking to her constituents or people here in this country. And I don't like that. I think if you're going to be a representative of this government, you need to be a representative of the people. So her people, the majority of people, like you said, they live there. They're of a certain ethnic group or from a certain country or background, religion, whatever. Great, but you're an American. You are an
Mm-hmm.
American, and and I, I don't know.
I think that kind of what you said, with what I said, as far as like, yes, I think they should be should be allowed. Now there definitely should be some parameters around that. Like you said, she came out and said, I'm Somalia first, whatever. No, you're gone. Bye. Like,
Yeah, right then and there should be gone.
you are getting paid by the people of this country, then you are working for the people of this country.
But then that side of a lot of these people in the Democrat Party were doing more for illegals, non-U.S. citizens than the citizens, putting non-citizens first. I don't agree with that. That's definitely a no-no.
Yeah, I think there's a lot that's broken in Washington, and I don't know where the end is. I don't know when it's gonna what it's going to take to start everything over, get everybody back to the basics of, we're working for the people. And it's right now they're working to advance their own interests, whether that is running for a bigger seat, running for president, running for whatever, or just lining their pockets. Yeah, I don't know what the answer is, but
You said you had something else you want to talk about?
yeah, let's wrap this up, and then we'll talk about the other thing here in a second. But it has been an interesting chat. I think the videos, two grown people screaming at each other, waving their fingers, it's got to stop. That's stuff that's set up for family reunions, not for the
Thanksgiving.
halls, not for the halls of Congress.
Right.
Yeah, so hopefully we can get, we as a people, society can, mature a little bit and
That'd be nice.
and make it, make it better. But I don't see it happening. On that note, we're gonna wrap it up for the day. I'll let you close it out here.
Thank you for watching. If you'd like to have us talk about a subject that you want us to talk about, get in touch with us. Send us a message. Reach out through social media, email, whatever. Text if you know us. Call if you know us. If there is something that you want to talk about and come on the podcast and talk about, get a hold of us, and we'll see what we can do. Producer Roz will. Not Roswell. Roz will go through all those things. You've got softball this weekend. And
Yeah.
I've got softball this weekend.
I have it for the next week, but I'll try to hop on. Yeah, I'll try to hop on when we're in Houston and have a conversation. It's supposed to be kind of rainy and such, so I don't know about.
Yeah, you may have plenty of time, and you can't drink at the field, so
Yeah. But
yeah, that's it. I got nothing else. I just want everyone to have be safe, and as always, be good humans. Bye.